that's better.
Well, hello, boys and girls. Good morning. Good morning. Brent Abel here, WebTennis.com, with another episode of What's the Right Shot, number 378. Jeff, we're closing in on 400. Yeah, it's going to be a party. Be a big-time party. I don't know what the day is yet. I haven't looked at what that actual day is. Sometime in March, but we'll...
Oh, yeah. Going to give out wristbands and party hats and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not make it fun? So today we're continuing to work on the underspin backhand, the fuel efficient multi-use, and we're going to focus on that term today, multi-use. And one of the things, Jeff, I got from Tom Stowe was that the basics he taught, the fundamentals, all right, kind of a fancy word for it, but they're just basics, right? And if you nail the basics, a lot of good stuff happens. One of them is that with swing tech, is that you can take, like in today's episode, you can take these three basics, and they're fundamental to the underspin backhand, and now all of a sudden, wow, you're set up for an underspin drive return to serve. You're set up for a drop shot. You're set up for a backhand volley, right? I mean, it's wild. It's just like it's like the 5-in-1 package, and you just go, I don't know what I'm trying to say other than we don't have to overcomplicate this game of tennis.
When you have a foundational truth, then you can everything branches off of that. You can't go in there and have, I can't practice 5 different backhand slices to start with. I got to get one, and you got to get the basic one.
Right.
From that foundational feel and mastery, then you can understand the nuance of all the other things that you're doing.
Yeah. I think maybe it's an annuity for teaching pros to tell a potential student.
No, you know what? I would say the annuity is the teaching pro going off track.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
going exactly what I'm saying.
And not teaching that basic one over and over and over again.
Right.
Making their students stay in that lane until they have that. The annuity is like, okay, so that's what you're getting at. Okay.
Well, what I was getting at was,
let's work on the little drop the head and carve that thing a little bit now. And they can't do the first one efficiently.
Okay.
Then it's this nonstop.
So does that go back to the 17 different volleys? It does.
Right.
So, but the other thing I was going to say is the annuity part as well. The underspin backhand drive is different from the backhand volley, is different from the backhand drop shot, as if these things are all unique to themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
Each one is living in a bubble. Each one is living in a bubble. And you gotta. Ooh, what's the mystery key that gets me in there? It's like, God, wow, please.
Okay. Well,
stop the madness.
I'm getting a feeling right now, Jeff, that I could tee you up today, and you just might go off for a while.
Probably.
Didn't say tee off, tee you up. Hey, Rich. Good morning.
Morning, Rich.
Have you on board again today? Well, let's get into the video. What I've got for you, and I just want to what Jeff and I are talking about is give you this sense that this underspin backhand is really a multi-use, multi-purpose shot in the game. That really it is kind of the fundamentals, the basics of the swing tech, really set you up for at least 5 different types of very common shots that we play with every match. And so before we get into it today, just a quick reminder on the 2:30 p.m. Pacific time zone show daily. Usually it's live. Last couple of days, I wouldn't call myself lazy. I've been doing pre-records, but I've just had stuff I got to do, man. I know. It might sound like or seem like, man, this Brent doesn't have a life. All he ever does is just this video stuff.
Right.
Well, you'd be right. Anyway, so And by the way, the message of today is just keep working.
Keep working.
Just keep the frick
I
working.
like it.
You know, look, anyway, so Tennis Mindset Project in the afternoons, 2:30 p.m. Pacific time zone. Little tough love on the need, the reality of you got to work on the mental skills required to be a good player. I mean, if that's really what you're here for, if you're really looking to become a better tennis player, let's see how good we can actually become as a player.
Right.
Then you got to embrace. You have to embrace the mental stuff along with the physical stuff as well. So anyway, Jeffrey, that said, yeah, if you've got a little extra time on your hands, you need to pick up that course. And there's my KuCoin reminder, darn it. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of different videos here, Jeff. I think I got 2 or 3 teed up. But basically, I want to show you that you can use these underspin backhand fundamentals for a host of different shots. And I've got a course coming out. I'm going to say tomorrow. Got a couple more things I want to do to it to make it really good. So if it's not tomorrow, it'll be Saturday. But it's going to teach you what are the three habits I want you to create with swing tech. Anyone can do the 3 habits. It's just that's the key word is habits. Do you have the discipline to be out there enough to be able to groove, or whatever the word is for making something a habit? And this was, he's down. He's down.
He's down.
How many times are we distracted when a guy goes down and you go, God damn it, just watch the ball, watch the ball, watch the ball. Don't look at him. Or you hear a guy over there fall down and he goes, oh my God. And
right? Yeah.
You'll
administer CPR after you win the point.
Yeah. And then you miss it. And he goes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
What do you mean? Anyway.
Right.
So look, I want you to look for that email from me. Guys, look, if you're brand new to WebTennis, get on my email list, because I only really make offers to the email list, and it's a WebTennis subscriber discounted price offer. Go over to webtennis.com, drop in a first name and email address, and you'll get access to 2 things. You'll get on my email list, but just as importantly, you'll get access to a free video I've got, which talks about the 80-20 reality. 80% of the time when we're on the court in the matches, such as this right here, walking around, points over, is spent between points or on side changes. And if you nail that time, if you nail this time between points, then you just set yourself up for the rest of the match for the 20% of the time when you're actually playing points to be able to have some clarity. And clarity is the name of the game. It is the thing that we need to be able to know what to do in points, shot choice, core positioning, and all that good stuff. So, Jeff, what's your comment on this underspin slice backhand? Return to serve. There you go. A return to serve
within 2 feet of the baseline. You're not going to get, you're not going to get punished.
No, and all then these. Here's just a groundy. It goes.
I like that shot though, because you put a lot of air time on it.
Yeah.
And so it gave you time to get back into the court. I think that's the other thing is players sometimes, under pressure, they look to exit the point rather than find a way to stay in the point.
Right.
And I think you do all 3 of these points. There's a moment where you stay in the point instead of exiting, but that's an exit ball there, right? Very obvious, right? When you do that, I think it becomes painfully obvious when you're on offense that
this one right here debunks your entire theory.
Of course, but you know what? You felt good. So
I was feeling it that day, man. I was just feeling it,
and that's good though. But obviously, you're not doing that on every point.
No.
I mean, how many of those would we see in that set, right? Even though you're having a great day, it's just one of those things like this. You just munt that thing down the line.
Yeah. There's
let them run over there and trip. And,
right.
So I think that's the big thing is I think the minute that your opponent has inflicted a little pain on you, is not to panic and look for the exit. How do I just get back to neutral, right? And throw a ball up deep into the backhand side or a roller of some kind up the center of the court and just go, hey, everybody put your guns back in your holsters. Let's start the point over again, right?
Yeah.
So
The other
I
thing,
think,
the other thing I didn't talk about today in terms of the beauty of having these 3 habits, swing tech habits on this backhand underspin is that if you watch right here, this guy, because I've already shown it in a situation similar to this, I've already shown this guy a dropper from right here.
right. So he's
So the
taking a step
disguise
in.
is starting, and you can see he's starting to move the
Yeah.
side. And so, anyway, there you have it. All
Yeah,
right,
but
guys. Hope this
that
has been,
little moment though is enough to get him to, his footing then gets a little. He has to stop that forward momentum and now change direction, right? And
right,
that's loss of time.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, good,
yeah.
good. Guys, hope this has been helpful today. If you like today's videos, please click the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you are always notified anytime I go live or upload new pre-recorded content. And look, if you've not picked up this course, well, I'm not doing a very good job then on selling because, because this thing is a monster, not a monster in terms of it's not a big course. It's only a couple of videos and a PDF, but the results are unbelievable. There's only 5 habits. This is something that I learned over the last 18 months where I finally, I just accepted the reality. I got to get better at the mental game. I was pretty good thinking I could out physical the game. That would give me the confidence. It helped a little bit, but I was never really feeling like I'm truly one of the top guys in my age group, maybe an A-minus guy. So 18 months ago, I really dug in, did some studying, actually bought some time with a couple of guys and kind of ran it by them and just came up with 5 habits that I started building every day and just stuck with it. First couple of weeks with these habits, Jeff, I went, you got to be kidding me. This is just ooey gooey. Berkeley, you're born and raised in Berkeley, California. Yeah, come on, man. Big woo-woo.
The woohoo.
Yeah, yeah. And then I would say
Yep.
after a couple of weeks, I had a couple of days where I went, oh, whoa. I mean, I'm feeling a little different out here in the court. Maybe we
Yeah.
should try it for another week. And after about a month, I just said, whoa, I'm never stopping this because I think
Yeah.
there's something here.
I think that's really critical point. It doesn't matter what skill you're trying to learn in tennis, actually any sport, any endeavor, right? Is that everybody has a different tipping point, a length of time that they're focused on a new skill, a new habit, right? Trying to build a new habit. And you can look at charts and graphs and things, and on average, it takes 30 days to blah blah blah. It may take you 60 days. It may take you 45 days. It may take you 20 days. Everybody's a little different when they have the aha moment and actually notice something's different. And in that moment, that is when you need to step on the gas and go, I need to.
Well,
I need to
once
move.
you have that moment, there's the message.
Yep.
Write it down. Make sure you commit it, not to memory, but you commit
Yep.
it to a piece of paper or you do a voice message or something. And then you just work like a dog on that
Yeah.
epiphany, on that aha moment. And look, in the beginning, it's a feel good epiphany. And then after that, it's just if you don't stick with it, and the learning curve on it is not going to be a gradual straight line up on the graph. It's going to have
No.
some highs, some lows, and you're going to question the living crap out of it. And you're going to wonder, wait a minute. I got a little distracted by Susan's there. Did you leave lob off or do you consider? That's a good one. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, you can definitely lob with the underspin backhand. Do you have to topspin lob the backhand? No, you don't.
No.
So, Susan, thank you for that reminder. Another reason I might not get it out tomorrow or today, I might have to update it. But look, I was thinking today about this message that the game is really based on habits, whether they're good habits or they're bad habits, or a combination thereof. And it's just up to us, the better players. I just think at some point, just decided, okay, well, I'm going to create some good habits. I'm going to get that epiphany moment. I'm going to get the right information from the right person, and just decide that when I get the epiphany, and then I bump up against that kind of that roadblock there, where it's just not, I'm not feeling it like I did a week ago, is you got a choice. Are you going to go back to YouTube and start tinkering around and looking for the next little quick fixer, or are you going to continue to keep working and just do it and just trust and have faith in delayed gratification, that if you do the right stuff, you keep going. It's inevitable. You can't stop the freight train.
All that moment is, on the technical side, is that, again, we've talked about mylation and all those things, right? And in that moment when you're like at that crossroad moment, all it tells you is your neural pathway has not been completely built out yet. And that's the other part of it that you're doing. You're making a new decision. So that neural pathway now is building out new, and you have to keep coming back to that crossroad and make that new decision every time. Going back to your t-shirt, keep working until you've done it. And then that habit then becomes the new way you think and the new way you process, right? So for you right now, you're what, how many, 18 months in?
About 18 months in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So for you, you have a new lens that you look through when you're on the court, when you're playing. You've built these habits now, not only of just the new 80-20, but also a habit of winning, because that's the byproduct of the other. And you walk on the court differently, you feel differently. I can remember the day back when I was playing full time, like, you're in this habit of winning, and there's no question in your head. You walk on the court and you're feeling good, and you can focus, and you've made that. You've got that ability to stay in that lane.
So I just in the comments area, they just posted the Talent Code, the book by Daniel Coyle, and he really talks a lot about myelination and how that works. What Jeff just referred to. That is a spectacular book. I really learned a lot from that book, and at some point he sort of condenses it down to, well, here are the X number of bullet points that really equate to improvement, whatever endeavor it is, whether it's music, acting, tennis. And he's got a lot of references in there to tennis. But one of the things that I loved was, you got to have a coach that you're just a little scared of, not fearful, but for me, and I'm sure you know the story. I mean, with Tom Stowe, I was fearful enough that if I didn't, once we had the Wednesday morning sessions, that if I didn't work like a dog and at least be able to come back the next Wednesday, and if it didn't look like I'd had much improvement, be able to say, okay, well, I did the work. I really did the work, because I knew that. And I knew if I hadn't done the work and I said that, he'd go, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I just go, God dang it. So anyway, that was one of the deals. All right, guys. That's it for me today. Look, I highly recommend you take a look at this course that I've got, the 5 Mindset Skill Habits. It's a 28-day training course. 28 days, meaning each day you get an email from me, which helps keep you organized in terms of what to work on that day. And then also just kind of keeps you accountable, so that you're going to have some time in that 28 days where you're just going to question the whole thing. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep rolling. WebTennis.com/SLR5, the number 5 habits. And you can see what's in the course and then get signed up. Jeff, that's it for me today. Beautiful day here in the desert. Looking forward to a little 60-minute gusher out there with a big O this morning on grass court number something. 9:30 to 10:30. I've been in the gym already. Had about a 55-minute little mini gusher in the gym this morning, which was nice.
I'm probably going to head back in, probably start on Saturday. We'll start my routine again.
Good.
Just, I've had a little head cold this week,
should
and I'm
have,
kind of
yes.
giving myself a, I don't want to start too hard, like set back. I don't want that. So
No,
I'm going to give
that's great.
myself till Saturday and do that. So.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Guys, hope this has been helpful. Down below, let me know any comments, any questions. Or you can keep it private if you want, Brent at WebTennis.com. And by the way, I've got an email from one of my students who is going to be in NorCal, Jeff, wants to get in touch with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and forward that on to him, your email address and your phone number. But guys, if you want to get in touch with Jeff, he's up in Northern California, the beautiful Napa Valley, the wine country. Might be a little wine tasting available, along with spending some time with you on the court.
There's a little bit of that here.
Okay, yeah. Jeff's email is Jeff. I'm going to put it in here. Jeff at jacklich365.com. Is that right?
Correcto.
Jeff at jacklich365.com. And there it is. All right, guys.
Cool.
Thanks for hanging out today. Get out there. Help someone else have a spectacular day, guys. See you again next time.